all. I'm Monalisa Joshi back again with another episode of season 6. This is my talk show, you all know it, it's called Mona Lisa's Talk Show. And today we are doing 5th episode from season 6, and soon, after 5 more episodes, season 6 will also come to an end. Looking forward to interview many authors, and today we have another interesting guest who has 2 books to her credit, but her name is very strong, very powerful. Let's quickly welcome author Durga Devi. Hi Durga, how are
Namaste.
you?
Namaste, ma'am. Thank you for the good interview of me, ma'am. And I'm good, ma'am. So, my book, I'm an Hindi author of the book To the Last Silver, and also a book of quotes named Fillers for the Day. So, it has been published, the first book now, my debut novel, To the Last Silver, is published along with APK Publishers, and the Fillers of the Day is published in the Yearport app, ma'am. It is a social media platform where I publish some quotes, ma'am. That's a quick intro of me, ma'am.
Lovely. And I noticed that you are by profession and by education an electronic engineer and also learning AI. So I
Yes,
just want to
ma'am.
know that how did this come to you that from engineering you want to write a book?
Yes. So the transition itself starts in between my graduation and learning AI course. In between the period only, I started of taking up the idea of writing book. So I always go by the code whenever I feel low. I always say to myself that be not the one amidst the crowd, but to have a crowd surrounding you. You have to be that one. So in that way, and I thought of writing a book just to explore my writing capabilities and also infused with my scientific temper. So the I'm also an optimistic person at the same time a pessimist by nature because we have to have a balance of both to encompass the reality we are facing. So in that way, I always have a dream of having a company or being an entrepreneur of my own. So in that sense, I started learning some AI courses. In between, I thought of why not trying out writing as a source of exploring my scientific temper, as it was not much given by my engineering degree. I was not fascinated by most of the subjects which I learned. It was somewhat complex to me, and I thought of okay, maybe writing a book would give me an opportunity to know what I don't know about the world. So in that way, I took up writing. So that was the thing about writing, and writing as a profession has taught me a lot. It has given me more flexibility, and it has also given me a sense of purposeful, like being in a fate of purposeful. And writing has not been a new genre in my family, as my grandfather was also a writer. So I took up writing as in that sense. So in that way, the transition happened from engineer to writer, and now I'm in the process of being learning AI to upgrade my career path.
So I want to ask you one thing, Durga, that you were just saying that you had this kind curiosity to know science more, you know, but the book that you've written is historical fiction. So
Yes,
why
ma'am.
did you write historical? I mean, did it really actually fulfill your curiosity and everything?
Yes, ma'am. Historical, it's not mere a historical, but also historical comes science fiction. Yeah, because this history, it is a historical bit fiction because it's set in the historical time period where kingdom ruling was more prevalent. So it is historical in that sense, and scientific in a sense that it deals with scientific elements like how to extract a metal and how the city, that fictional city, how they cope up with the wealth and how they traded and built their economy of it, and also the natural disaster which is about to occur in that city, which is how they are going to face. So all these scientific elements are infused in it. So it is an this idea came to my mind because of my liking towards history in the period while I was in school. I was I like both history and science at the same time, not much of contradictory, but I like both at the same time because history deals with facts already written, and science is a thing which is curiosity and which we. It's like more of a eureka moment for us. We have found out that's the science. So, but I was fascinated by both the things. So I thought of fusing it and making it as a one genre to explore the option.
Okay, lovely. I want to ask one more thing here that, like you said, that it merges both the genre science and history at the same time. So I want to know that since it's a story that you say is fictional, so did you have to do research for it to acquire some sort of like you said that the facts are also not like real, right? That's all your own
Yes, ma'am.
imagination. But
Yes, ma'am. The historical facts are not based on the record of known history.
okay. Basically,
So,
what's the story about? Could you tell me a bit? Don't give the spoiler, of course, please.
hmm. I'm a little bit facing interruption, ma'am. So can you repeat the question, ma'am? The
I was
last part alone.
yeah, I was asking that could you give a little bit of more what exactly your book is about?
Mm. So the book and the blurb. Can I read out the blurb section now, ma'am?
Definitely.
So maybe I can give us a light blurb of my book. The blurb is that when the city faces an economic crisis, at first it was flourishing, and at the mid crisis, when there was an inexperienced ruler, Nivriniya, she is the inexperienced ruler. So when she faces a crisis, what are all the challenges she faces and how she overcomes, that is the story. So it is not based on the known historical mythology or history or mythology or known genre because I thought of exploring a new option of writing as we know about more about known characters like mythology characters legends, but giving a at that time I was not much aware of that mythology or history or known facts. So I was in the college period. I was about to complete my final exams. So in that time only I started writing the story, and after completing exams, I almost finished the book also. So in that time I was not aware of the mythology characters. So I started writing about my own imagination. The idea came from, I would say, not out of nowhere, but maybe out of my liking for history and all those years of studying history, like up to 10th standard, I have studied history. So maybe those inscriptions would have been in my mind as an inspiration for me to write, ma'am. Other than that, I would say in this era of new age era of mythology and new exploring the past, I thought of giving a new imagination to the past, which is generic to all sorts of readers for the whatever they like in the story, whatever they want in the story, that must be that, like, or if they want comedy like fiction, but more of it's specific on about silver extraction and the mystery of solving the natural disaster they are going to face.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you were just mentioning in the beginning that you've also written a book that's called Fillers of the Day. You have written
Yes, ma'am.
quotes for it. So, how did that book happen, and what kind of quotes you have written?
So, Fillers of the Day, the book is this is the book Fillers of the Day. I have a single copy of the book because in the Yoko tab, when my peer reader writers they started publishing their book as a hard copy. So I also thought of publishing it as a hard copy just to have it by the physical copy. We can see the codes in and our names inscribed. It can see whenever we want our we can read others' code, but while reading our codes itself, we can feel energized and self motivated and encouraging to read our codes. So that's where the idea came to publish my codes. It has 48 codes which is handpicked by me, and Other than that, I have published 500 plus quotes in the app. It is a social media platform started by a CEO from Bangalore, and it is now it is being monetized. But while I was writing, it is not monetized. And now also I'm writing in some during some time I write, and now I have stopped writing because now I'm focusing on the novel. Maybe in future I again plan to write quotes in the app. So that's where the idea of writing the quotes and publishing it came.
Lovely. Now, as I was going through the profile, I noticed that you are learning AI. Now, this is very interesting because nowadays everything is AI controlled. AI, people are learning AI everywhere it's used. So, do you also wish to use this technology since you're learning? So, how do you plan to use it further in your day-to-day life, maybe, or in your writing?
Yeah, the AI, artificial intelligence, as you said, it's prevalent everywhere nowadays. It's becoming a talk of the town. So I began first to say that I am not that much interested in coding, but as a science student, it became a necessary for me to code because we cannot face the world, computerized world without internet. We have to have some knowledge of it to improvise our career or just to know about what is happening around we need coding. So if I want to use it in the story or like in my writing career also, I have already used it in writing, like in short stories. I have used it for summarizing options and plagiarism checking in those options. Like in the Grammarly app, we have used it. As the writers use Grammarly app to then and there check the plagiarism content or like summarizing or giving suggestions. So we might also use it for use AI like a trained reader for ourselves to give suggestions and improve our content, but not to second guess our writing because we should have a clear niche of our writing. So that we can stand out in the field of AI. AI may be a threat for storytelling as it has become so much powerful in the coming era with more training data available to train models. If we have both the knowledge, maybe we could train our own model to pursue the career in both worlds and to improvise our content.
Right. Well said. Okay. Now, I since you were saying in the beginning, back when we were talking, you said that you are working on your next book. So, would you like to give out a bit? What exactly is the genre, the theme?
The second novel, I haven't tentative title yet, but the novel is about it's again a science fiction, but this time it is happening in the future. It has three timelines starting from 2024 to 2070. There is a huge time gap with which I am planning to write. I have finished around 10,000 plus words, but after facing some writer's block, I have stopped it out, and now I'm again planning to write it. So I have also begun to write, and I'm doing some research on the topic. It is based on quantum mechanics. So I'm doing some research on that, like referring some YouTube videos and reading some books related to it, and already published fiction books on that, and I'm also researching on that. So that's the progress of my second story.
Right. So you're a big science buff. That kind of defines this.
Okay.
Would you like to read something from your book?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Uh, it's around it's chapter chapter 10 I'm reading, and I haven't named the chapters as each chapter it's the continuity of the first chapter, so I haven't named or given a specific name for the chapter and all. And so I'm reading just from the randomly from the chapter. She took out a pamphlet and handed it to the city economy protector and asked him to read out the order. It stated, "People are hereby ordered to conserve their food resources for their future benefit. The kingdom has sought the help of Tigadra and Jenijar kingdoms. They have uh, agreed to lend their crop seeds that they use for drought season, but they are also concerned with their shortage and demands. So they have agreed to give us 10 tins of seeds each. However, our city scientists had already invented a blending of different varieties to eat greater produce per blended crop. This will meet our short-term demands. So this is the chapter.
Okay. So names are also very interesting. Nivriniya, then the Nir, and also the name of the city is
The
Rithvabhor.
name of the city is Rithvabhor. It is a fictional city, and it is a city of silver.
City of
That's the
more
meaning.
more like El Dorado, the city of gold that people were trying to find. So can you tell me how did the names come to you? Did you research for these names, or it's all your imagination?
The names were like names of really my
Yeah,
imagination. I was so specific that it has to be not to be searched anywhere. It has to be new to the audience because we have known of many names. So naming, I was more concentrating on the names to be specific and new to the audience.
yeah, exactly. So the name, this one is also very interesting. The twins. How do you pronounce it? Biajig or Biajig?
No,
The twins.
one second, no. Twins. The twins' names Biajig and Biajigi.
Biajig and Biajigi. That's
Yes,
interesting.
ma'am.
The names are very unique.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
So how do you further plan to promote your book? To the Last Silver. This is the book by Durga Devi.
Yes, ma'am. So I also want to mention about the cover designer of the book.
Yes.
The book cover designer is Pritali Jora, Pritali Joraha Purkar, ma'am. Her name is. She's the uh, she's the cover designer Jora Purkar, Pritali. She's a freelancer working for APK publishers. I just gave the ideation of a silver bar and metal, and it should be like a melting. That like idea I only gave, but she designed her own ideation and gave up very separate suspense elements in the cover. So that I need to mention her and thank you for her. Thanking her for giving me a wonderful cover design of the book. And apart from that, also I would thank the editor and the APK publishers for making the book possible and making it readable now. And about promotion, I would like to promote it through my social media platforms, which I'm doing regularly. And also now I'm planning to write the second book, so I'm using that using as a trump card. Like having my second book published, I may use to promote the book, like giving an offer. Like if you buy this book, you may also have my first debut novel with the discounted amount. Like that way, I'm using that as a marketing strategy to promote it.
Right, right. I understand. So many of the authors these days you must have noticed write according to the market. So do you also kind of follow that trap, or it's like your authenticity you would like to maintain?
Sorry, ma'am, I missed the connection. Some I missed the
I'm
connection, ma'am. Very close.
I'm
Yes,
asking
ma'am.
that many authors these days we notice that they tend to write what market is demanding according to the market. So do you also follow that kind of cue, or it's all your authenticity you try to maintain?
Yeah. About marketing knowledge, I have no idea about book industry is uncharted profession for me, ma'am. So about marketing demands, I haven't heard much. But after coming into Instagram, I'm seeing how in bookstagrammers, influencers, they recommending book. I came to know how the readers are reading the book, what genre they are picking up. So after which only I came to know about the genres just mostly read. So based on that, and again, I'm not following. The second book is also not according to the demand because science fiction is in India. Science fiction is somewhat looked upon. Some people may accept it. Some are mostly are like following the trend for reading books. So according to me, my opinion. So, but I'm pursuing it again as I feel comfortable while writing science fiction. So that why I write science fiction again.
Lovely. Last question that I would like to ask you that how do you have this strong, powerful name Durga Devi?
Powerful name. This
Yeah.
name was suggested by my grandmother. So she passed away recently, but she was the one who named my name. So my parents were wishing to name by my maternal grandmother's name, but paternal grandmother, her name is Kani, and she suggested this name Durga Devi, as she is a worshipper of the goddess Durga goddess. So she suggested the name.
Because in the beginning, when you connected with me, I thought that this might be your pen name,
No, ma'am, this is my original name.
original name. Lovely.
Yes.
And I would really be happy if you use your name as one of the characters in your book because it's very, very strong and very impactful.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Surely, ma'am.
Okay. So, Durga, thank you so much for joining me today for the fifth episode. It was lovely talking to you, and I would be reading your book soon, To the Last Silver, because since this month we are soon going to step into festivities and it's going to last till October, so maybe the review might be a little late, but I'll definitely give it a read. And dear audience, please pick this book, To the Last Silver. It's historical fiction, some science fiction. It would be something that you would really enjoy. Thank you, Durga.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you also for sending me these two copies of book, ma'am. My cap tales and songs of mermaid. I
Yeah,
started reading it, and I also loved your story, the last train to Earth, and I really like the story by its suspense ending.
thank you
And
so
I'm
much.
looking forward to read all those books, all the stories. Thank you for
Lovely.
having me here again as a guest, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. So, dear audience, please watch this video later, and my light is ditching me again. So, anyways, the video comes to an end, and this will be soon on YouTube and Spotify. Please follow and subscribe. Bye, everyone. Take care.